And now, especially for Christmas, it's the return of an old favourite. It's Play School.
Get ready to play.
Tell me, what's the day?
It's Christmas Eve.
Come bring with a noise, my merry, merry boys, a Christmas log to the firing. While my good dame, she bids you all be free and drink to your heart's desiring.
Hello. This is supposed to bring good luck. It's an old tradition. You bring in a log on Christmas Eve and you keep it burning till the end of Christmas Day, and it's called a Yule log. Nowadays, though, we usually celebrate the custom with chocolate logs at Christmas tea time. But in olden days, when fireplaces were much bigger, they'd bring in really huge logs and they'd drag them in on large ropes through the woods, and children would sit on them and play on them. And then with lots of ceremony, they'd set them alight and keep them burning perhaps till the end of Twelfth Night. In fact, in those days, people brought all sorts of greenery in from out of doors.
Be merry all, with holly dress, the festive hall, prepare the song, the feast of all, to welcome Merry Christmas. There's another song about holly. Do you know it?
We sang it last Friday. Join in if you like.
The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the woods, the holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
People have always collected greenery like holly and ivy to make decorations. It started hundreds of years ago. And these are pictures of people getting ready for Christmas at the beginning of this century, when my grandfather was a boy. They've taken the greenery to decorate the village church. And there are special church services at Christmas. And there's plenty left over for home too. This family have a big tree full of decorations. And on the snowy nights before Christmas, carol singers came to wish everyone the compliments of the season. In the big house, they would give them hot drinks to keep out the chill or to say thank you. And late on Christmas Eve, everyone would go to church to sing carols and celebrate the birth of baby Jesus. And this is how it would have been, all lit up by candles. But this is a special service today that churches still have, where all the children are given candles called Christingles. Can you see them? They're hollowed out oranges with a candle standing inside. The orange represents the world, and the candlelight, Jesus.
And another Christmas tradition is to have the picture of baby Jesus in the stable with his mum and dad, Joseph and Mary, as a last picture of the Advent calendar. There he is sleeping away. Another picture on the Advent calendar is a Christingle picture with an orange and a candle in it. You know, The last picture on the Advent calendar always comes on the day before Christmas, which is Christmas Eve, today. And Christmas Eve is a very busy time, wrapping presents, rushing around, getting everything ready for the big day, which is tomorrow. And I reckon the busiest person on Christmas Eve is Father Christmas. And Wayne has got a story about Father Christmas on the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve.
Father Christmas had been working to wrap up thousands of presents. As usual, it had been a mad rush. And even though this year he'd taken on 50 extra helpers, there still hadn't really been enough time to finish everything. Because they'd all been working so hard, the house had become very hot, and so Father Christmas opened a window to cool them all down. And then, just before dawn, they all fell asleep for a few minutes. But the trouble was, Father Christmas forgot to shut the window again when he went to bed, and the cold wind and snow blew in all night. By the morning, Father Christmas was completely covered in snow. Only the bobble of his hat and his red nose stuck out. And then he woke up with a start.
Oh, my goodness. I do hope I'm not going to be late for all the children.
And then the most terrible thing happened. The cold wind and snow had completely frozen Father Christmas's beard. And as he got up, there was a loud crack. His beard snapped right off. Father Christmas let out a yell and rushed over to the mirror hanging above his favourite sack. As he saw his reflection, he moaned.
Oh, no. What am I going to do? It's taken me 500 years to grow my beard just right. And now it's Christmas Eve and I have to deliver all these presents. And I'm just a bare-faced Santa. I'm not my real self anymore.
Just then, Dennis, the #1 helper, opened the door and came into the room. Crumbs! He gasped when he saw Father Christmas. Hey, Santa, what happened? Where's your beard? As Father Christmas was explaining, there was a knock on the door and Basil popped his head round. I say, Santa, this disguise outfit for that boy at #7, shall we wrap it up in jolly old paper and ribbons, eh, what, or just, Good golly! What's up with the old beard, Santa? Once again, Father Christmas began to explain, and by now all the helpers and all the reindeers were crowding into the room listening. When he'd finished, there was a long silence. What was to be done? Father Christmas wasn't really Father Christmas without his famous beard. They all racked their brains for a solution. And then Dasher, the oldest and wisest reindeer, raised his head. What did I hear about a disguise outfit, Oh, yes, right, spluttered Basil. Yes, well, it's a disguise outfit for the boy at #7, and it's a jolly splendid one, too, with lots of false noses and glasses and wigs and beards. Beards? Interrupted Dasher. Oh, yes, all sorts. Long ones, thin ones, black ones, ginger ones, you know the sort of thing. Is there a long, thick, bushy, brilliant white beard in the box? Oh, yes, I do believe there is. What a spiffing idea, Dasher, old man, said Basil, and he rushed off to find the box. Father Christmas was beginning to feel a little bit better, and the cheeks were coming back, the colour was coming back to his cheeks.
Oh, you know, Dasher, I think you might just have found the answer. Oh.
And he began to smile again. A few minutes later, Basil returned with the disguise outfit, and he searched through it, and he threw up all sorts of false noses, wigs, and then at last, right at the bottom, he found exactly what was needed. A long, thick and bushy, brilliant white beard. And it had 2 hooks to hold it over the ears. Perfect, said Dennis, the #1 helper. Come on, Santa, come and try it on. So Father Christmas went over to the mirror, and with Dennis's help, he clipped on the beard. It was a perfect fit. No one would ever notice the difference. Father Christmas was back to his old, cheerful self. By this time, it was time to set off to deliver all the presents. So the sacks were loaded onto the sleigh, the reindeers were harnessed, and they moved off. They delivered the presents in record time, stopping only for a few glasses of sherry that had been left next to the stockings. And then, just before midnight, there was only one last present to deliver. The disguise outfit for the boy at #7. Father Christmas became a little sad again, because, of course, he had to take off the beard and return it to the box of disguises.
Oh, well,
he said.
At least no one saw me without my beard this year. But what about next year?
And then he slid sadly down the chimney. As they were making their way home, Dennis said suddenly, "Here, Father Christmas, I reckon there's one last present left in this sack."
Oh, my goodness, said Father Christmas with a worried frown. Oh, I do hope we haven't left anybody out.
And he handed the reins over to Dennis and he searched through the sack. And he found a small package. As he read the label, he looked around in surprise. It said, "To Father Christmas, from the reindeers and the helpers." "I got it from a late-night shop when you were stuck down that extra small chimney," said Dennis. Father Christmas began to unwrap the present. And when he saw what was inside, he burst out laughing. It was a bottle of Professor Chopsky's famous hair restorer.
Oh, 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 said Father Christmas. Now I will have my beard back in time for next year. Oh, 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 and everyone joined in the laughing.
Ho, 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 ho. Do I look like Father Christmas? Well, you know, you don't really need hair restorer or a disguise kit to make a beard. You just use a bit of card from an old cereal packet, put on a few loops, hang it around your ears. I think this one could look a bit fluffier, though. It looks like Santa here needs a beard, nice fluffy beard. Right, Santa, leave it to me. I'll show you how to do it. The card, shape it into the beard shape, and cover it in glue. To make it fluffy, you can use tissue paper or cotton wool. Cotton wool always comes out nice. You don't need very much cotton wool though because it stretches quite nicely. I think I've got too much here. That's better. Nice fluffy beard. For Santa. Let's stick it on for Santa. Put those loops behind. You don't want a loop, do you, Santa? No. Oh, yes, that's better. Stick it on nice and tight so it doesn't fall off. Don't want his beard falling off, do we? Huh? There, Santa. Look more the part now. He's still got a few things missing, though. His eyes and his nose. And poor Rudolph, he hasn't got anything on. What can I start you off with, Rudolph? I know. Some antlers. Oh, there's a twig. Better now? Do you know Rudolph's song? I bet you do. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, would you ride my sleigh tonight?" Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you got on in his story." Better, Rudolph?
Hang on, Flo, you've not got a red nose for him.
No Santa yet.
Ah.
He's missing his mouth just there. Tell you what, you put a mouth on, will you? And I'll fix up the beak.
OK, I'll have a look in the disguise outfit. If you want to make a disguise outfit, perhaps you could find some old bits of wool that you can make a moustache from, or perhaps an old pair of sunglasses, maybe some sticks of face paint. Now I'll get on with his lips here. Big red lips for Father Christmas. Use some red cheeks too. Now for the eyes.
Ho, 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 ho. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Could be anything, Father Christmas or a clown, perhaps. If you're going to make a clown's nose, perhaps you might need a few loops to put around your ear with a bit of string or a bit of wool. These are going to be for Santa and Rudolph, so I'm going to stick some sticky tape over them. So it'll stick quite nicely there, hopefully. Right. All right, Rudolph and Santa, here's your nose. I say, instead of just putting them straight on like that, you could use a nose as a game. You've got a blindfold in your disguise kit there, Wayne. The game could be like pinning on the donkey's tail. You know, you've got to try and put it in the right place while you've got a blindfold on. And you see how we do. If we're near, shout hot. And if we're not too near, shout very cold, will you? Right, Wayne, you ready?
Shall I go first? Put the blindfold on.
There we go. Here's your nose.
Oh, yes. Where's that?
Now, don't forget to shout out hot or cold.
I think I'm
I'll
going to
give
need
it a
all the help I can get here. Right.
Go. See how he does. No, you're cold. You're very cold, Wayne. Very cold. No, you're coming on to me now. No.
What about somewhere there? Is that any good?
Have a look and see. Not too good. He's falling off as well.
That's another bobble on his hat.
So let me have a go. See if I can
Okay.
get Rudolph better. Right. Don't forget to shout out hot or cold, will you? Now, where
Can you
am
see?
I?
Can't see?
No.
Right, spin you round.
Like a fairy tale on a Christmas tree like this.
There you go, Flo. Cold.
Cold?
Cold. That's it. Turn round, perhaps. Just turn round.
Oh, what's this?
Yes, getting warmer. Get it. Oh, did you feel something there? Getting warmer.
Am I warm?
Oh, relatively warm. Not really boiling hot.
How's
though.
that? How's that? Let me tell He's got a nose on his chest.
And my Santa's got one on the top of his head.
Another game for you to play. Two Santa's faces. Now one's going to change, and you try and spot the difference. How many differences can you spot? Well, the mouth's different. The nose is different. Cheeks are different. That's 3. Oh, there's a bubble on the hat. On one and not on the other, so that's 4. Can you spot any more? I can't. Oh, and a bigger face, bigger smile? Now they're back the same. Both smiling. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, the sleigh bells are getting closer.
Ah, bingo! Pulling a sleigh with all those sleigh bells ringing away. I'll undo you, shall I? We've got a bit hooked up there. If you just slip through there. That's better. Now, what are these? Oh, I see. Are these the stockings for Christmas? Ah. Is that one mine? Is that for me? Oh, well, that's a nice colour. I'll hang that up in a minute. And what about this one over here? Oh, this really long one. That's for you, is it? I thought Bingo would want a big one. Right, I'll hang these up. Will you be hanging any stockings up tonight?
No. Some people often leave a drink out for Father Christmas and something to eat, perhaps. Mince pies. Wayne, you fancy a mince pie?
I wouldn't mind. But
All right, then. I'll leave you to put those out for Father Christmas. All right, don't eat all of them, just one.
I'll only eat one of them, yeah. I'll hang this stocking up.
Hello, Cuckoo. You getting excited for Christmas? So you got your stocking ready? Do you know what time Cuckoo's clock is saying? Oh, no, you can't tell, can you? Cuckoo, your stocking's in the way. Right, put that in there. Now you can tell. What time does the clock say? Well, the long hand's pointing straight out, so that means it's something o'clock. And the short hand's pointing to what number? The number 3. So today the clock says 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And it's time for us to go.
Hang on, Flo. Do you know what my favourite tradition is at Christmas?
No.
Shall I tell you? It's this.
Mistletoe. Did you know that if you find some mistletoe hanging up and you find someone underneath it, you can give them a kiss? And I've been dying to kiss Flo, so...
Oh, Cuckoo, trust you to get in the way. But I hope you get your stocking full of presents, though. Goodbye. Oh, listen, have a nice Christmas. And listen out for the sleigh bells, won't you?
Remember, play school's on early tomorrow, 25 to 9. See you then.
Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Get ready for Playdays after the next programme on CBBC On Choice.